This is going to be a dragon scale effect resin pour tutorial in our crystal edge square mold. I mixed up 8.5 ounces of Art Pro resin and put aside 3.32 ounces for my clear. I split the rest into 1.70 ounces and I used 7 tiny scoops of a dark blue mica, 7 tiny scoops of a bright yellow mica, and then I mixed Mayspring white chalcedony with 5 scoops of that with 2 scoops of Art Pro Pearl White. I've had to record this 3 times because I kept goofing up that name. And there's some glass and glitter and iridescent beads for the center. You start off by pouring some clear to the bottom, and I'm actually looking there, I'm at 31.9, about 32 degrees Celsius before I pour. I took this from my friend Petra's recipe. She did a beautiful dragon scale pour, and I just took her recipe by half because this mold was a little bit smaller. Could have taken more mica, but I only mixed up the 8.5 ounces. I believe this mold takes like 9.5 or maybe a little bit more. I have a little bit of clear on the bottom, and then you just puddle pour more than half of the first color into the center. Pretty easy pour. Then you take your next color, which mine is the yellow, and pour that more than half to the center. Then you take your white, which I did this once before this pour, and I'd used too much of a glitter white in my white, and I totally forgot to hit the record button, which is why I had to do it again with this one. That was my white that I poured more than half, and I'm just putting in a little bit of the clear. And then you just repeat the steps. The rest of the blue goes to the center. And I end up scraping it out here. What makes this a little bit different is I'm doing this in our crystal edge mold, and I didn't know what would happen because the crystal edges usually cause their own patterns in the resin. When Petra did this, she did it in a round bowl, which turned out just beautiful. Then I'm taking the rest of my yellow to the center. And of course, scraping out a little bit. It's okay to scrape Art Pro resin. It mixes up pretty easily. And this is a medium viscosity resin, a true medium viscosity resin. It's very reactive. And when you see it, you'll just see the colors already moving there, moving in on each other. Then I'm putting the rest of the white mica in there. And then finally, whatever's left of my clear goes to the center, along with my glitter and glass beads. Like I said, this is a pretty easy pour to do. But I never know how my pours are going to turn out. Like I said, I did this with some lighter shades of blue and yellow, and the mica I had a lot of glitter in it, and it dropped to the front and kind of obscured it. But no matter, because like I said, I totally forgot. I had the mixing part and the reveal, but I had no video of me actually doing it, so that one's not going to be posted. It'll be posted as a finished product on our website, but no video tutorial of it. And there I'm just putting my little iridescent beads and crushed glass in the center. You can already see the colors moving around in there, moving, closing in towards the center. I've done this with mica powder, just dumping it one color into black pigment paste. It works. Sometimes you can mix 3 colors together and it works. Sometimes only 2 show of the 3 colors. But mica always fascinates me with the colors it creates. This is a very heavy blue that has a lot of black in it, and you see the yellow here on the back, but on the front the yellow kind of disappears because the dark blue kind of ate it up. And there I'm just pulling the resin into the crystal edges a little bit with a silicone pen. And there's a little bit of a time lapse watching the resin moving. Almost looks like it's creating a Larimar effect on the back. And then when it's dry the next day, it's time to demold. See how the yellow's got a little bit lighter already? It's paler than it was originally. And there's the finished product. A little too much gold coming through from the white, and I did lose the yellow, but I think it still turned out pretty. Let us know what you think of this pour in the comments below.